drink 3 beers.
Because this is supposed to be an hour-long show.
It's supposed to be an hour long. We're just starting.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Guys,
Dude,
I'm gonna go grab beer.
We could do an hour.
If we're all drinking,
Guys, we can do an hour.
If we're an hour, I want to drink.
If it's an hour-long show, then is it?
It's okay, guys.
Same hour-long show as Pete Holmes' show, where it's.
I was gonna say
where it's not an hour, but like actually 2.
If Ben wants to drink, he can drink. I'll be the designated podcaster.
Yeah, it's 1 for 2. No big deal.
I'll cash you. Yeah. How much?
Probably 9.
This is professional as hell right here.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Proctor coming in with like a freaking McDonald's avocado. I don't even know what's happening.
This thing's delicious. It's got sweet potatoes in it and arugula and garlic aioli.
Because when I think McDonald's, I think garlic aioli.
For sure.
I think
I just want you guys to know that when Zan was a child, he refused to even look at a vegetable. So he's coming a long way. He's coming a long way. I think Zan once broke out in hives because there was a vegetable in the same house as him.
Broccoli? Oh my god!
Broccoli is my favorite food, period.
Broccoli's pretty good.
It's delicious.
It's lit 2017. It's lit.
All right, I'm gonna start recording my Pro Tools session. Everybody got their audio recording?
Yes.
Hold on.
Steve, were you eating?
I was gonna stop when we started. Chill.
We're live now, Steve.
We're
live now.
This show's
That's
live.
not gonna be on the podcast.
This is being streamed on the internet, guys. Our professionalism is in question.
I'm ready for the clap whenever everybody else is.
Hold on, wait a minute. You're ready for the clap?
Oh, goodness gracious. Zan's just prepared.
This
He
is
is in.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
I said it that way on purpose. Thank you very much.
He's got antibiotics from antibiotics from last time. He's going to be good. Don't worry.
Are we all recording?
We are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed, good sir.
Hold on, Dan. Stop clapping. I'm gonna.
Is it a problem if I play Animal Crossing the whole time?
No, it's fine.
Jesus.
I'm gonna count to 3, and then on 4 we clap, and it's very rhythmic. Okay.
Oh, it's rhythmic, all right.
Okay, ready?
Hold on. So what are the
sensual
instructions?
too.
What?
1, 2, 3, clap.
Okay.
Hold on.
Are you recording, Scott?
You gotta warm your hands too.
I just have business cards in my hands right now instead of what my other stuff is supposed to be doing.
Yep.
I should have brought some lotion.
I'm multitasking,
Some
guys.
lotion of the ocean.
All right.
It's lit 17.
Everyone just rubbing their hands.
Streaming live hand rubbing.
Oh my gosh, that actually might take off. Honestly,
It's an ASMR fantasy. Okay, guys.
it might really pop off if you know what I'm saying.
Let's do this clap.
Not on Twitch.
Hey,
Probably.
Guys, I'm so hard right now. Let's go.
You might need to lay out the bonera.
All right, I'm gonna count to 3, then I'm gonna clap, and then we're gonna get this show on the road. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, so in sync.
That's the way you do it.
Welcome to the Animal Crossing show.
Damn it. No, not welcome to the Animal Crossing show, but that's a good intro, Scary.
Hey!
Welcome to episode 44 of Barely a Destiny show. I'm your host, Dad Bod Malone. With me today is Scary Internet Guy, Slapshot Scott, Santa Fan 711, and our favorite returning guest. He's a Titan main. He's our buddy, Dan Finity.
I hate you so much. Also, thank you.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Yeah.
He doesn't like to be called your buddy, Ben.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's the part I had an issue with.
Guys, we have a lot of stuff to go through tonight. It's going to be a hell of a show. Let me tell you. I hate when people say
We're speedrunning the whole thing.
When
It's
people
gonna
are
be a
like,
hell of a show.
Yeah.
You got a great show.
how do you
Thanks,
know? The show's
Stephen
not even.
Colbert.
It's the best show. You
No,
guys
we got
are
a-
gonna love
we
it.
got a
You haven't
great
seen
show
it yet,
planned.
but you're gonna love it.
We got a great show for you. It hasn't started.
We got a great show.
Don't know. Dan's a Titan main. Band of the week is Stay Close. You can find them at stayclosenj.bandcamp.com.
New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Heyo.
That band was given to us by our buddy Tiny Heart. And if you like this music, you can talk to Tiny Heart in our Discord. You can do that by going to our Twitter at BarelyADS, and pinned to the top is our latest episode and a link to our Discord. And when you get in there, maybe you're like, hey, I want to join the clan. Well, guess what? We have a channel called Join Clan, and pinned at the top of that is a link to join the clan if you want. We got our first Trials engram, so maybe just join up, grab that, and, or a second one. Sorry, I got the first one.
Came with a little bit of an asterisk to it because it came from a flawless run.
Yes, it's true.
So
we'll talk more about that. So hey, guys, I thought about changing our clan motto to "We suck at trials," but I don't know.
I still haven't even played. I haven't done a single trials card on PC. I'm pissed.
Oh,
not enough PC people. Not enough PC people. We can't like.
Hey, PC crowd is starting to build a little bit on the clan. PC crowd is starting to build a little bit. Steve looks confused, but more on that later. So if you join that Discord, then you can join the clan, and that's all fine and dandy. Fantasy football's going on. I forgot to set up my quarterback, so I think that who's it? Businessman's going to be able to go to the playoffs because I just forgot to set my lineup.
Because he needed me to lose. I'm playing him, which is happening. And he needed you to lose.
Yeah, and I gave him that one. So Businessman, that one's for you, buddy. iTunes reviews, give them to us, please. 5 stars only, whatever you want.
Did we get a new one? Do we know?
I don't know. If anybody wants to look it up, you can look it up. You can look it up while we pay these bills. Dan, take it away.
Absolutely. Dry skin keeping you away from touching anything. Can't stand those cracks in your trigger fingers. Lotion of the Ocean, made from all natural jellyfish jelly. Lotion of the Ocean, shockingly smooth. Use our discount code IT'sLit17 for 10% off your next order of Lotion of the Ocean. Shout out!
And just to be clear, that's LOCEAN of the OTION. So that way, when you go to lotionoftheocean.com, you spell it right. So,
Exactly.
That's Lotion of the Ocean, everybody.
Hey guys,
the one thing I know about product marketing is that you want to make sure it's really hard to spell the product name.
Hey, they're supporters of us. You know, maybe you took too much Bonera and you want a shockingly smooth situation out of the
I am so
Lotion
hard
of the
right
Ocean.
now.
Oh my gosh. Just straight up.
Boner jokes
straight
right off
up
the rip.
indeed.
Hey Steve, that's pretty funny. Do you have anything funny for us?
Oh, I do. Hey guys, why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
I don't know.
I don't know, Steve.
That's a good question.
Because if they had 4, they'd be chicken sedans.
Oh, I love it. Perfect.
As soon as you said 4, I was like, damn, I know this joke now.
You know how I said I quit this show earlier? I quit it now. I'll see you guys later.
It's a good run.
It was a good run. We made it 5 minutes.
By the way,
well, I've been recording for like 30 minutes, so I don't know.
Jeez, it's gonna be hell to edit. The lowest quality podcast ever. So shout out by the way. Hey, shout out by the way to JP Byrne, JC Jesse, some Xanafan guy, and Dan Fonity, Titan Manity in the chat right now. Anyway, guys,
wait a second, we do have a new review.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we have a review from Potato Thumbs.
Oh, an actual Potato Thumbs review.
This is a long-ass review, though.
Read it.
I'm
Read it.
gonna read it. We promised
this one
you have to read it. No, that one was super short, and this
one is from Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I love this podcast. You could have stopped there, but he didn't. I was looking for some more content to consume about bears, and they really deliver.
What?
The hosts of the show really work well together. Bod Malone is an accredited bear scientist with multiple publications and countless scientific breakthroughs in his field of research. His brother, Sam I Am 711, is the yin to his yang. When he isn't blowing dank vape clouds, he's dropping knowledge-bound counterpoints and witty remarks throughout the episodes. Is only on the show because his family knows how to cook a wood fire pizza. The guys just really like pizza. Well, while he is a perfect fit for the show, I wish he would stay with the topic of bears and stop trying to drop platypus facts and randomly throughout each episode. No one cares about platypus facts, Steve. That's in all caps, by the way. Finally, wrapping up this team, we have friendly unlimited frames guy. For someone who has 25 kids, this guy is all right. That you will randomly shout out unlimited frames when talking about bear facts. I am not sure what this is reference to. Either way, he's a friendly guy who likes to talk bears and make children. So for anyone looking to kill 4 to 5 hours a week with an educational podcast about bears, this show is for you. # Team Taco Bell. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
This is the best review we've ever gotten.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is the hot bar for reviews from here on out.
That's the best comedy roast I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's up there.
All right. Shout out to the Potato Thumbs dudes. That was amazing.
Yo, how do you segue out of that?
Yeah,
You don't.
Wow.
You just let it go.
Let's just
The
marinate
gauntlet
it for a
has
little
been
bit.
thrown down.
By saying segues are a thing, and this is one of them.
You know, honestly, no, here's the segue. I dare anybody to top that review.
Yeah.
I-
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus.
I dare you. Honestly,
Where
at
do
this
you
point,
submit?
this might discourage reviews at this point.
Where do you submit?
Go
Yeah,
to
it's like
go to
John
iTunes,
Tippis.
submit a
iTunes.
review.
Yeah.
Go to Barely a Destiny Show on iTunes and submit that dank review. And I mean, seriously, I dare you to top this.
Right.
Go down the gauntlet right now.
I
And if
love
it's not 5 stars, we're not going to read it.
I
It
love
has to be
Yeah.
5 stars to be read. God damn.
you have to read the 5-star reviews and the 1-star reviews.
Nope, we don't get 1-star
That's-
reviews. I
That's
don't get them.
that's how I shop at Amazon, because the 1-star reviews are the best reviews.
Yeah,
Just like-
there's some good ones.
We'll
No,
read
that
the
didn't
1-star
work.
review as long as they click all 5 stars, you know? So it can be a 1-star level review, but
Oh,
it still
yeah.
has to be 5
Crap
stars.
all over the show.
we're not gonna
but
read
just
it.
put 5 stars out and we'll
Yep.
read it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
Verbatim,
no, this
out
didn't
loud.
work. No, this didn't work. I just want to let you guys know that I didn't think that Burt Reynolds was good in this movie, and here's why. His chest hair was not in it enough.
I would love somebody to like somebody leaves us a review. They're just like, this show broke in 13 days after buying. Would not buy again. Do
Didn't
not
have as
recommend.
many nipples as I was expecting.
Sent back.
Well, that's because we're live on Twitch.
Short on bear facts.
You got to go to Barely After Dark if you want more nipples.
Yeah. Remember,
Yeah.
our Twitter is at barely ADS. It's BEARLY ADS.
A show about bears, apparently.
Hey, speaking of shows, Dan, apparently you got a new podcast coming out, so you're here to kind of to promote it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah,
Like a real
I'm kind of
guest.
working on one. Meaning that I'm in the preparation stages for it now. It's called Echo Mesa Content Club,
Okay.
where we talk to people who create content for like Destiny or any video game about their creative endeavors in the past, and figure out like what drives them to create rather than what exactly they create.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
should be
yeah.
fun.
Dude, I know we've been talking. Maybe Detective Ben Malone might be on there, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I got a
Yeah.
curveball for you.
You got a curveball for me?
We start diving in this past. You're gonna, if you guys look hard enough, that Ben Malone's got a shit ton of
Yeah.
videos on YouTube. Not on my channel, but I made a ton. So we can talk about it later, though. But I'm excited for the show. It sounds awesome. You said it's like the WTF with Mark Maron podcast, but for like content creators, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yep.
Ooh.
I'm in. Get into it.
I want to talk in depth about creativity, because it's like it's not something that has been broached in our community all that well, or like at least it doesn't feel like it, like one-on-one. So I want to talk to the people, the creators that people love, figure out what drives them, and support and push them up. That's what it's all about.
Well, like a bunch of us are music guys, and that's some people get their start from other things like that. So I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but that's where I got my itch to be like, I want to be in front of the camera, so to speak, or behind the microphone in a different way.
Yeah.
What?
So to speak, get it? Microphone speak.
Oh my god!
No.
No, but I imagine it's much the same for you, Dan.
Oh no, yeah, it's 100% the same for me, because that's how I started performing in front of people, and I feel like that's a natural. Like once you have that base set of skills, you can take that and do anything with it. Like you can do a podcast, or you can like stream on Twitch. You could talk in front of like a room full of 100 people. But how goddamn terrifying is that? When you're like,
depends on the people.
Yeah, that's true. But
Are they in their underwear?
Yeah, are they fully clothed or are they not? Really?
Nobody's in their underwear except for one guy, and he's in the front row, just looking at you like this.
Looking at you like your dad would.
I don't understand the imagine they're all in their underwear thing, because if I were speaking to 100 people in their underwear, I would be incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'd definitely have a
Well, yeah, and until you take your clothes off too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you'd want to get on their level with them.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's what the saying. I think that's what the saying is trying to say, is you should always do your public speaking in nothing but your underwear.
My high school speech.
That's how I took it.
My high school speech teacher said, "It isn't a speech until your dick's out."
That's that's a quote.
Right.
That's a quote.
Okay.
I'm bringing it back.
That's totally different from everything I've heard in my public speaking classes. So
were you in honors or AP public speaking? Because it could have been.
It was honors.
Yeah,
I was not.
Once it's honors,
see, that's advanced level.
Exactly. Top tier.
What did your teacher say?
It isn't a speech unless your dick's out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they call it the Great Debaters.
No, I totally didn't write that down, so I remember that later when I'm titling this.
Would you say it's the mastery level course, Dan? Is that why?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would say it is the master level of debate. Yes.
Yeah.
Master
Okay.
debaters.
That's
Listen,
why.
Dan,
100%.
You got any juicy people coming on the show that you could let it slip, or are you just gonna keep it all under wraps?
I'm keeping this under wraps.
So,
Damn, son.
You heard it here first, guys. He's keeping it under wraps.
So far, I'm the only one who's confirmed, and I accidentally just did that.
Damn it! Now I gotta hold you off. All right, there we go.
All right,
That's
episode 1, The Phantom Menace with Ben Malone. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I can't wait. I like hearing the backstory of how people got into, just doing what they do, honestly. Like, anything. You can work at a steel mill, and I'll be like, how'd you end up doing that? And they're like, well, and I don't know. I'm not going to tell a story about that. Listen, guys, State of Destiny 2. It's a thing that we're gonna talk about after we talk about what we did this week in Destiny. I went to go raid this Friday on PC. You guys want to know how it went?
Yeah, let's hear it, Ben. Let's hear how that went.
How'd it go?
It went, you're only level 237 or something like
Ben.
that.
We rallied the boys. We were cracking open cold ones with our boys. And what happened, Ben?
Dad Bod Malone let you down. Oh my gosh.
Shame.
I felt so
that
bad.
literally is like half an hour worth of work too to get that last 30.
That was
40.
like 2 hours worth of work to get to
2 hours?
260.
Well, when you're a few beers deep like Ben was, it was a couple hours worth of work.
I was not.
Are you sure?
No, I had 3 bush lights.
3 bush lights?
I don't really drink anymore. I drink whatever's in the fridge, and the family comes over and just leave random bad beer. so I just drink it. I'm drinking Coors Light right now. What do you expect that?
Oh God,
Taste the
I
ride.
don't even drink that much, and I know that's bad.
It was still a good night. We got some PvP in.
Yeah, it was.
We
fun.
did a couple of strikes.
Yeah, it was fun. I remember we were playing. I was just sitting there being like, I fucking love the PvE in this game, especially
No joke.
with all those frames. Jesus, I experienced at least 2 to 3 times the amount of content that I did on PlayStation.
At least, unless you're at the farm or the tower, in which case,
in which case, I'm like half the experience.
Extremely poorly optimized.
I just can't handle that wide field of view in the tower. Anyway, that's enough PC jokes. What did you?
That was all there for House Dilla, though. Let's just be honest. Hashtag.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys do anything cool in Destiny, or I guess other games if you want to talk about that?
I played Destiny a little bit Friday night with it was me and Gray Fox and one of our clan mates, Twisted Typhoon. We basically tried to start a raid and nobody was on. Everybody's kind of on Destiny vacation right now until Curse of Osiris drops. So we just ran around doing public events, attempted the Nightfall a couple times, and we kind of called it a night early because it was just we're all just like, you know what, guys, we're good tonight. Although I will say last week was pretty exciting because once again, myself and Gray Fox were we ran a Nightfall with a couple clan mates and got them through it. And we were the big guns for once, which was kind of cool. We actually helped one of our clanmates get his Legend of Acreus shotgun, which was super fun.
Nice.
I fucking love that gun. I fucking love it. I really don't care how. I think I said this last week. I don't care how many people are like, it's not endgame. I don't give a flying fuck. It lets me vaporize the things that have been the bane of my existence since the first time I set foot on Mars, and that is those asshole Cabal with the fucking shield. You can put one round into them and they just disappear. I ran around for probably 2 hours the first time I got that gun doing that and giggling like a fucking asshole every time. It was glorious. It's great.
Steve, Dan, do you guys play? I know I was in Dan's Twitch chat this morning talking about donuts.
Yeah.
Donuts.
So I have about 4 highlights of my week.
Okay.
I've been playing The Witcher 3
Number 1
off stream because I find that I stream it early enough in the morning that people watch it while they're at work. And there's a lot of digital butts in that game. I don't know.
So many butts.
So many butts.
It's full of butts.
I don't want to be the reason why someone gets fired.
All the butts?
Yeah, for watching my Twitch stream. So I've been playing that off stream, seeing a lot of butts. That's highlight number 1.
That's butts, man.
Yeah. Highlight number 2, like I played some PvP earlier this morning with the tractor cannon. We were
wonderful.
Oh we were on
Still don't have that gun.
Dude. We were on
my white whale.
We were on the map where it's the Rise of Iron map.
Okay.
Where you're
yes.
And I booped this dude so far away from the dome and he just went bye-bye.
Gosh,
it was the best.
You have to wave to complete it. That's fantastic.
Oh my god. Well, I didn't at the time and I was just like, that's a ruined opportunity. That's so bad.
Yeah.
Too busy dropping your controller and dancing.
Yeah. But, so
It's
we
such
did
a
that.
Good gun.
I failed an Xbox raid earlier this evening with me.
That makes sense because Xbox players don't know how to play.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Ouch.
Suck it, Justin.
That's not
It's true though. Let's just be honest.
But the last thing was so on Thursday night, my friend Travis MB from my clan, he's a clan admin for current meta. We went in and did the guided games for the first time on Nightfall.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Actually, we ran like 5 people through, met some really nice people, and we made it a challenge for ourselves that we like had to get we had to beat it before a certain time on the clock. So like was left over. So our fastest time, we had 7 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock.
Nice.
God damn.
For
this week's Nightfall?
Yeah, for this week's
Oh,
Nightfall,
Dan
we
knows
got
the oracles.
we got every anomaly, and then went down and took care of business. We both had like 2 of us had golden guns with Celestial Nighthawk, so it just went like butter. It was so good.
Game over.
It was so good.
Love it.
Wow.
Awesome.
I'm still having fun.
And then I think I know what Steve's going to talk about. He went flawless. I'm going to spoil it all.
I went flawless. Finally, Vandals has been trying for weeks. It finally happened. It was great. We actually...
Did you broadcast it in your stream this time, Steve?
No, because my microphone broke, and then I was having crazy sound issues, and my Elgato was being dumb, and yeah,
You know
it
what?
was.
I know
You blasted
it was
all over
crazy.
the internet.
So,
There was a pre-announcement. Let's just be honest. Vandals pre-announced it in the Discord.
I yelled at him. I was like, I was gonna send a picture with just my aura, so people could be like, "Oh, that's the flawless
Ooh,
aura."
yeah.
I was gonna let it be subtle, but no, Vandals just like lit the Discord up.
If there's one thing Vandals isn't,
I was gonna say it's Vandal.
It's
Come on.
He lit up D1 Retro Raiders, telling everybody.
Right.
We're scary. You were
man.
my favorite in there. You're just like, what was it? You're just like, yeah, that's awesome. Also, wrong channel. Nice, good job, dudes. Now to collect my anagram. Also, dog, wrong channel.
So,
I love it.
this flawless run was actually we won 2 games, then we lost, so we reset the cards, and then in the first match we were down 3-0, and we came back and we won that round, so we won 4 rounds straight to get our first win.
Those are the good ones.
And that was the hardest game the whole time. We just kind of rolled through the rest, but I guess Vandals sent one of the guys on that first team a message and been like, just like talking shit, like, how's it feel to lose a 3-0 lead? I was like, I told him, I was like,
fucking ruthless. I would not mess with him.
right? I was like, did you ask them if they felt like the Warriors did 2 years ago?
I'm just making that noise. I don't even know this reference.
It's when
Keep going,
Cleveland stopped being a losing team, my man.
Yeah.
What's
the-
Cleveland?
The
Cleveland
Cavs.
Cavaliers. When the Warriors lost the 3-0 lead and lost that championship, that is literally the only time that's ever happened in basketball history.
Oh, okay.
No
Well,
one
that is
has ever
significant.
come back from 0-3 to win the finals, and the
Yep.
Cavs did.
What up, Cavs?
Cavs
Well, if there's
represent.
one thing that doesn't phase Ohioans, it's disappointment.
Yeah. How about them? How about them Browns, bro?
Holy shit.
It was actually
Oh,
a closer
man.
game today.
Yeah. Shut up with that. The Browns are the worst and will always
No.
be the worst.
No, they lost.
I don't know.
Not
There's
a
the Bears, right? They do pretty bad.
Not as bad as the Browns.
Yeah.
You guys got the,
The Browns-
Bengals, right?
The Browns' motto is literally "There's always next year."
Yeah.
That's the motto.
They just get it printed on T-shirts at this point.
Dude.
It's on all their beer koozies.
Ohioans are like Bane, like the whole like, you know, like we were born in disappointment. You merely adopted it.
Except for Ohio State. That's it. We got Ohio State, but that's not Cleveland. So,
Oh
my
yeah, you
God.
can keep the kids for college, but then they get the hell out.
who actually Ohio State is the winningest college in the. All right. True story.
That's my favorite thing on the Potato Thumbs podcast is when Fluffy says there's a reason there's so many astronauts from Ohio.
Yep.
It just cracks me up. Oh my gosh.
They wanted to leave the planet so bad.
Gosh, Ohio
So
sucks.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's so charming in how bad it sucks. Let's
Yeah.
just be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Like,
Guys,
yeah.
All right, Ohioans can talk about how much Ohio sucks, but anybody else talk shit about Ohio, and we're like, fuck.
Cheers
you.
to that. Yeah.
Guys, it could be worse. You could be from Kentucky. Anyways,
Or
mean
Indiana.
Ohio.
Well, at least
Ohio
it's not
point.
Detroit is the song that I always knew.
I always say, all right,
Kentucky's like pretty much Ohio.
Well,
Yeah.
Northern Kentucky is pretty dope, honestly. Like
Yeah.
it's super chill there.
when I went to school in Indiana, and I always used to say Indiana is a lot like Ohio, just with less stuff.
Oh, that's bad.
Welcome to barely a geography show.
Also true.
Ohio burn.
Also true. Indianapolis is actually pretty awesome.
No, Indianapolis.
Yeah, we had a good time there, man. It was just a Saturday and nobody was around.
Oh yeah. Do not count on anybody to be in the city of Indiana on a Saturday. We could have
the city of Indiana.
City of Indianapolis. Sorry, I've had a couple beers. But you do not expect anybody just to be there on a weekend because everybody's got somewhere else to go. Everybody.
Right.
See, that sounds awesome to me.
The homeless people were super nice. Like, they asked us for money, and we're like, dude, we're a band. We're here. We don't have any money. We haven't gotten paid. You know, we're playing tonight. And they're like, oh, no, that's cool, man. Good luck. Here in New York, the homeless people are like, yo, come on, man. And then they follow you. And sometimes they threaten to knife you, in which case you pull out a bigger knife.
Jesus.
All right, Crocodile.
A New York style knife.
Hey, you know who pulled out a bigger knife? Osiris did in the Curse of Osiris trailer. Let me tell you that the State of Destiny 2 is
back on topic.
Turmoil. The State of Destiny 2
and dropping segues.
It seemed to be in turmoil, much like Scott when being approached by homeless people. But Bungie came out in the 12 and they talked about some good stuff. We're gonna quickly move through it because honestly, if you don't know this already, go look it up, man. There's just a couple of sweet things coming our way.
Do you even Destiny, bro? If you haven't read this,
yeah, exactly.
Maybe we're the only podcast they listen to that's Destiny because we obviously we're gonna tell you the news. And maybe we're funny to them. Who knows?
Right. I did find out this week that
that's why they listen.
House Dilla gets his Destiny news from us. We're his primary. We are the most informational podcast that he listens to.
I am sorry, House Dilla.
He basically only listens to the funny stuff.
Don't go there, Scott, because we do get the information now.
House Dilla, we're best friends now, so you leave him alone, Scott. He's joining Team Unlimited Frames soon, so you leave him alone, Scott.
Unlimited Frames.
We take care of our own.
Hey, somebody just needs to scream Unlimited Frames so I can clip it and just keep putting it in the show over and over.
I will right at the end, but not in the middle. That's gross. You gotta wait till you're done.
Okay, guys.
I think I should clarify that I meant more. We need to be better with the news than if House Dill is only listening to us for news.
No, we don't.
Because there's plenty of times we're just like, yeah, this is what happened. Just go fucking look it up, you lazy bastards.
That's the equivalent of like listening or watching the Daily Show for your news. You know, like that's what
I
he's
did.
saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I heard
the Daily Show is honestly a really good source of news, though, or at least it was.
How fucked is that, huh?
Dude, a really good source
I don't know if it still is. I haven't watched it in a while.
A really good source of news is Bungie.net, where you can read about a list of upcoming Destiny 2 improvements, like the Masterwork system.
That's like I'm super excited.
We're gonna get to that because that's one of the big things. Improve vendor rewards, so you can buy stuff with your legendary shards from vendors, which is cool. They're adding armor ornaments to basically all the factions.
We had it in D1.
Like all the armor. So like Vanguard has them, Crucible has them, Iron Banner has them, all the factions have them.
Yeah, that's
if you look
at I should have been more specific when I said factions.
And it's probably
this is why we don't read the TWAB though. Like because we'll mess it up.
Are you still playing Animal Crossing? Oh, you're reading the TWAB.
No, I'm reading.
How many screens do you have in front of you right now?
Too many, honestly. It's a problem.
Unlimited.
He's got unlimited frames, unlimited screens. They go hand in hand, man.
Speaking of too many, the token system is still in place, and we're going to get more tokens. And that sucks. But things are going to be more expensive. We're going to get more tokens.
Yeah, what is that? Everything's going to be more expensive, and we're getting more tokens? Like, why would
we can buy things with the token? It's better because
how good Ben is at like getting us back on track,
and how good we are at keeping us off track.
It's like, this is the real end game.
You know what's been keeping Bungie off track forever is the private matches, but we're getting them finally. They're coming in early
2018.
And they're
but before that, what is it? Ben, before that, what is it?
What is what?
Ranked. They're looking at ranked
Ranked.
first.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm way to blow the load. I'm waiting until the end to get to the good stuff.
Ooh.
Number one priority.
Ooh,
Better incentives for completing Crucible matches and penalties for quitting. That's awesome. I mean, we did hear about that
GG's to
before.
that.
Better rewards for strikes. You know, basically everything is going to be better rewards. I'm going down.
They're betterfying everything.
And if you go to the TWAB,
the
if you
mod
go-
economy, Jesus Christ.
if you go to the TWAB, it's got the dates we're going to get these things. It looks like December 5th and December 12th so far, and then the rest of the stuff is coming in 2018.
Honestly, like Banshee's just straight up selling mods on a weekly rotation.
That's
daily.
That's
fucking
daily or
It's
weekly?
daily.
Is it daily?
Please.
Oh my gosh.
Daily.
Daily, even better. That's incredible.
Oh my God, dude! A reason to go to Reddit and not be upset.
That's lit 17 right there.
Hold on.
Lit fan
Somebody will
for
find a way.
sure.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
will
how,
find a way.
that's how it
17
goes.
days without a kinetic mod. Fuck you, Banshee.
The countdown
I
is real.
Anyway,
I purchased
Guys,
all the
I do
kinetic
wanna-
mods. I purchased all the kinetic mods. Now I don't have anything to spend my shards on. Way to go, Bungo.
Really bungled it.
speaking of way to go, Bungo, they have a plan to tune some underperforming exotics, but also stop you from getting duplicates. So I won't have to get Doom Fangs.
Fucking fantastic.
Gosh,
I got
have
another
so many Doom
Graviton
Fangs.
Lance right before we started recording, and I'm just like,
Did you punch your monitor?
I honestly can't even, guys.
So
That's not what I thought I was
I'm
going
on
to
my-
say.
I can't even.
When
I'm on
they
my
said they're
5th
gonna tweak,
Borealis this month.
when they said they're gonna
I've
tweak,
still never
underperforming
gotten a
exotics,
Borealis. 2 different platforms, no Borealis.
Well, it's only on
That's
one
an
platform.
PlayStation
Fine.
exclusive, bro.
Oh,
don't
PlayStation
need it.
exclusive.
well, screw
You don't need it.
guys. Nobody
It's
wants
fine.
it then. Nobody wants it,
You
Scott.
could get it after
Why even
December.
bring it up, Scott?
Scary got
But still,
caught.
no Dragon Shadow or whatever it is.
Yeah, Dragon Shadow.
Dragon plate.
I got a duplicate one of those today.
Dragon Belly. Still never gotten one.
So they're
2
working on the
platforms.
duplicates. What else they're working on as far as rewards go is better incentives for completing prestige activities. So that's fucking awesome because there's
Yeah.
3 that I think are very impressive, and that's the first one is better rewards for prestige stuff. Hopefully
Here's the thing.
it's going to be
Maybe
awesome.
Ben will actually be ready for a raid one day, and then
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Shots fired.
I'm at home taking care of my wife, making donuts. Okay. I'm at home taking care of my baby.
Yeah.
girl, my dog.
yeah, Ben's hiding in the basement till donuts are ready. How could he possibly get raid ready in time?
Oh, shit.
If anybody looks at the timeline of those tweets, it's like 24 hours of gaming.
No.
It wasn't really.
Scary is
I made the
not
donuts
playing
last night.
today. He's just like taking Ben to the woodshed. For our audio listeners, I just made the punching motion into my hand.
So better incentives for prestige activities. My number 2, one that I'm super excited about, and Dan mentioned it, ranked PvP.
Ranked.
Right here, I'm gonna put an applause break. What's the time?
Or we could just all clap. We could. Just
I mean,
all clap.
honestly, so
So
No,
we
Let me
don't
ask-
really know what this
I hate that.
like. We don't really know what this means. They're saying ranked playlist is at the top of their list. We don't really know exactly how they're going to implement it or whatever, and we don't know about. I mean, I doubt we're getting dedicated servers. Although, let's just be honest, it's a possibility. You can just
because of ranked, only because they said ranked. And
exactly
without
because
them,
they said ranked.
it's going to be a hot.
It's a possibility.
Yes.
And I know that like they're directly addressing the amount of sodium right now with by saying like,
so
guys, it's on its way, it's coming, like it's at the top of the list. And so there's a lot to get excited about, but we really don't know exactly what to get excited for yet. And I'm genuinely interested to see how they go about doing this, how ranked play can fit into Destiny 2. I'm
Right.
I'm
Someone-
freaking stoked.
someone explain this. I guess partially for me because I haven't really ever played ranked PvP games. What exactly does ranked playlist? What does that mean? I understand you get a rank assigned to you. How do you get that rank? Like where do you?
It's
It's
usually
It's
basically how does it
basically a
work?
number on your skill-based matchmaking, but what I want to know is how they're going to handle it with teams.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that it's a big problem with Overwatch right now. Like if you're solo ranking, like it's it's tough. It's really tough, especially like.
Well, like how does it work? Because like I would queue into say I want to play ranked. I've never played ranked before. At the start, it's going to be everybody's rank 0 or something like that. So you're going to have to go in and.
Well, who knows? They might use our like whatever our skill-based matchmaking is, because they have some kind of rank for us internally already. So they might just expose what that is.
They're just going to make that public then, is what.
As everyone's going to find out on the scrub.
Does anybody in here play Overwatch?
Yeah.
No.
I've deleted it more times from my console than I care to count.
I've deleted it more times than I've not given a shit about Borderlands.
Fucking Ben.
Wait a second. So 0 or 100? I can't tell if that's
deleted it like twice.
Oh my gosh. But
more
from what I
times.
understand about Overwatch, it's based on wins, right? Like you win, you go up rank. If you lose, you go down rank. And that's kind of how ELO works, or
I was going to say, didn't Steve talk about that a little bit last week? He said that your ELO or something, maybe ranking. What was it, Steve? You said it was based more on win percentage?
All right. So in Destiny Tracker's like ELO system, if you win, you gain ELO, and depending on how well you do within that match that you won, will change the amount of ELO that you get. And then there's like different tiers. Like usually it's like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, master, so on. And so like, and they'll put like, okay, so on Destiny Tracker, it's like 1500 is the threshold for platinum. So if you're 1500 or above ELO, then you're platinum. And if you're like 1000 or like 1250 to 1500, you're gold. If you're 1000 to 1250, then you're silver. Below that is bronze, and so on. So, but usually like the highest rank is a legit like top 100 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like the higher the rank, the smaller the tier is.
Yeah.
That seems to be a pretty much the standard.
To be honest, going by wins seems like a really good metric to me, as far as like how well you could gauge somebody's performance by a number. You know, like when you're winning more, it means you're doing what's right for that game, not just farming KD or whatever. You know what I mean? Because you could play for KD and suck at the game, like real bad. Like you're just avoiding a ton of engagements or whatever. So playing for wins. Yeah, it seems pretty decent, you know.
You could also
so it wouldn't
play
bother me.
And try to boost your KD and
That's what I'm
totally
saying.
fuck match for your team.
Totally. Like you can totally screw your team by playing for KD rather than playing for the win. And so I think that playing for the win is good, but man, I really hope they have two separate ranks. They have solo queue rank and
well, that would mean
I don't know. I just don't know how it should be done.
Two separate queues though, right? Because you'd have to be able to go in solo queue.
You have your efficiency as well built into the final kill screen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you can see like who did well doing what in the match. I would assume that even though it's like team ranked, there's still a personalized amount that's due to you.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, because even if your team is doing well and you're getting all those wins, I'm sure they can still math it out so that you're not getting as much whatever rank.
Right.
If you're performing poorly on your team.
Yeah. See, you say you got like 80% effectiveness and I got 65%. It would be weighted that way, I would assume. But then again, I'm not on server side at Bungie.
Yeah. I'm not what you'd call a math magician. So I don't know how all the numbers work.
I think it's mathematician.
No, it's magician. Guys, you're doing magic over numbers.
Don't worry about it.
Magicians
Reddit will
people
figure
that play
it out.
magic.
Yeah. We also don't
figure
know.
it out and they'll bitch about it.
Yeah, we'll just wait for Reddit to tell me what they're upset about. And
Speaking of Reddit being upset, I hope they're not upset about the Masterworks.
I'm excited about
that. Is
that.
interesting. So yeah.
Let's real quick. Let's discuss, or not discuss. It's not a discussion. Let's give them the facts, the cold hard facts.
Nothing but the facts here, really.
We're a news
prime
podcast
journalism. Prime
fair,
journalism.
Fair and balanced.
You know what I mean? News.
This just did.
Oh yes.
Reddit upset.
Cut that out, man.
This is your Barely a Destiny news. And now,
so basically,
badsnews.com.
Masterworks. which will feature a stat tracker, random rerollable stat bonuses, unique item tooltip, and item detail screens. See December update details section below for more info. So basically, we're getting a randomly rolled stat bonus on weapons.
Yeah.
So this is like, think of a
that you can
legendary
reroll.
plus. Yeah.
That you can reroll from a small pool.
So you a-holes that wanted random rolls, we can stop talking now.
I don't know about that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yay! Now when I
gotta
listen
be
to
honest.
Crucible Radio, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I've got an NTP with the stability bonus. I love it," and I'm gonna be like, "I don't have that. That sucks."
I have fucking casket mag. Kill me.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, this is a very divisive subject. So like maybe jokes aren't appropriate.
No, I actually am excited about it.
I am not super into randomness. Like I would rather like be able to chase after something specific and know that I'll get it eventually, even if it takes forever, even if it's a million shards. Like I don't care what it is. Just knowing how much time I'll have to put into something is important to me as somebody who has like more happening in their life than not. Maybe is the way to put it. I don't know how to put it to make it sound nice, but, like I got crap going on. Like I can't think 100 hours into the game every week.
I will say one of the nice things about the fixed roles has made it a lot easier for me to play with some of my friends who don't get to play as much. A perfect example, Gray Fox, you know, he's got 2 kids, he works 70 hours a week, and he's doing his MBA, and he trains for fucking triathlons. That's no bullshit. I'm serious about that.
That dude doesn't sleep.
Is always, yeah, he doesn't fucking sleep. So, like, to be able to hang out with him on a Friday night and be like, yo, you want to raid? And he's like, fuck yeah, I want to raid. And he's got, like, the weapons he needs to have to get into the raid and kick ass.
He's got the Nameless Midnight. He's got, like, an auto or
versus,
whatever.
Like, D1 when you're like, do you want to raid? And he's like, yeah. It's like, okay, these are the good weapons that are going to help you out in the raid. He's got, like, fucking, I don't know, a Lord High Fixer with like casket mag or something. Oiled frame and casket mag. You're like, sorry, dude, that's not going to help you out. You're going to get fucked.
Listen, though, this rerollable thing.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
This is exactly what John Wisniewski was talking about on that Crucible raid. I don't know if you guys have listened to.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yes, I have. It was good. It was great.
When he started talking about the socialization of the gun game. Blew my mind. Just blew my mind with how much forethought they put into it. You know exactly what you get every time now because like with the Masterworks, I'm interested to see how it works not only in PvE but PvP. Right. Like I think that's what will make or break.
Dude, I want those orbs in PvP.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Everybody orbs on double kills.
Those orbs. Yeah, because let's just be honest. One, like all I need is higher reload speed on my better devils. Aside from that gun's perfect. I don't. They don't have to release.
I like that. You can be like, I want better reload speed, and I can sit there and be like, I want more range. I want more stability. And I feel like with it only being 1 perk, I honestly feel like that's good.
Not a big deal. Yeah.
Well,
if it was 3, I'm not chasing god rolls anymore. I don't want to chase god rolls, but I do like to be able to chase like a little bit.
I'm too old.
Does this create like a demigod roll though? Like,
most certainly.
Like,
it could, depending on what perks each one gets. Because the way I understood this is that each little Steve raising his hand.
I've been trying to talk for like 10 minutes.
I'm just holding my hand over your spot on the screen.
Steve, what's up? Pretty much so I can say what I want to say. All right, with what they said about balancing guns on the Crucible Radio thing, I think that the Masterworks thing is not going to affect certain stats. I don't think you're going to be able to get range, stability, or aim assist or impact.
Probably not impact.
I think it'll be I think you'll get handling. I think maybe stability. You might get stability and you'll get reload speed. I don't, or maybe
just 1 or 2 perks. That'd be so funny.
Or something weird, rounds per minute. Some stuff like that won't really change.
I'm not going to do rounds
explosive
per minute.
Rounds. What about explosive
rounds per minute would up your essentially up your impact stat.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to do explosive rounds either. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Piercing,
I don't see it affecting
piercing,
time to kills. You know what I mean?
Ricochet rounds.
Oh, that's actually a really good point.
Yeah,
ricochet rounds too.
To me, like adding something that really just adds to a play style, like like that sounds really awesome, and I hope that that's what they're going for this, because then it really sure there will be like a recommended Masterworks stat, you know, like, oh, you really want reload speed on this one because it's god awful, like the freaking Better Devils, you know, like goodness gracious, you cannot run with the larger mag because the reload speed is the worst thing in the universe. Like,
a larger mag perk that would be good on things like Uriel's Gift or like an auto rifle type
dude
gun where you're
I mean, if you're an auto rifle scrub and you need a larger mag, like that'd be great for you, I guess.
Jesus,
if you're running around with the Actium War Rig, like I guess
Savage
you might
internet
go
guy. Savage internet guy. Jeez.
How many
I'm just really
do you have to this podcast?
I'm really trying to this elitist idea that Dilla has cast me as. Like, I love that role. I'll play that role. If that's what Dilla wants to see, I'll be that guy.
I'll join you in that Unlimited Frames kingdom.
Scary has taken the list of people we have driven away from this podcast, and he's now dictating it. He's like
I'm just going to hang it up on the wall back here.
I want you gone.
Next week is auto rifle users. This week is auto rifle users. Next week we're going to make fun of scout rifle.
It's going to be portraits. It's going to be portraits commissioned by different artists in the Destiny community of the different people in your clan that you just want gone.
Oh, Todd's up there. Todd's like top of the list. I can't get rid of this guy. He just keeps throwing me in places.
Oh, man. Something great about PC that happened too is that Scary's whole clan is now in Barely a Destiny clan for PC.
Pretty much anyone that's moved to PC has just changed to Barely a Destiny clan.
Well, and everybody else. And everybody else that didn't switch to PC already switched on PS4 to Barely.
Well, it's mostly Zaz. Like, Zaz, we cannot wait until you guys. Well, Rain, he was like the first one to jump. He was in there for like 2 days. That dude knew what he wanted in a clan, and he knew he was not getting it in Follow the X's.
That's good. And you hear that, internet? You are going to get what you need in a clan out of Barely ADS.
Yeah. Stuff like, well, and we're glad Zaz switched too, because of Zaz and Todd, I got 2 wins in Fortnite in squads, and that was fantastic. Zaz with the clutch. That was a couple weeks ago.
Listen, I will say, if you're thinking about joining the clan, we definitely will get you every engram except for trials every week.
We're trying to get that.
We've gotten that trials engram. We're just twice.
Honestly, like a lot of us have been working a lot and stuff, but like we're getting up there. We're getting our play schedule back together.
I will say though, you are going to get the raid one every week, no matter what. I don't think we have missed a raid engram.
Raid, Nightfall, Crucible, definitely get those right away.
Get all of them.
Like, even if that's all you want, join the clan.
Get it on PS4 like every other night, and like I used to be the one like, who's gonna raid tonight? Now I was raiding 3 or 4 nights a week.
Yeah, now it's like I'm muting that damn channel because shut up, guys.
Shut up, Master Race Unlimited Frames.
Zaz, we're still waiting on you over in PC.
Hey,
PC
guys, that's Masterworks are. Masterworks are a really awesome thing that hopefully the Bungie podcast came out and they said that these are not necessarily a godsend fix all, but they're little band-aids. Damn, that was a stutter. They're a bunch of little fixes that hopefully will equate to something very awesome, and I'm super excited for it.
I'm really looking forward to what they do with these in the future. Like there's so many possibilities to what they can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it really feels like a start small, like ease into it kind of approach, which I'm super excited about. Like I would be pretty bummed if it's like if they drop an update and it's like, oh crap, suddenly I'm gonna have to no life this for like 4 weeks just to like
it's very out of character for Bungie to like that is a small update.
And
just to be like reasonable in their approach to something and not swing like so far in one direction it feels like new. It feels like a new thing that they've learned.
Like Destiny Year 1.
Like Destiny Year 1 it was like
they've made.
Holy shit, let's swing the hammer that way.
Yeah. Look at Destiny 2 compared to Destiny 1. It's exactly indicative of the kind of changes that were made the entire time in Destiny 1.
And look at when they started Destiny 2 was at the beginning of Destiny 1 Year 2.
Yeah, dude. Right when they were swinging the pendulum too far in either direction.
Which they talked about on the Bungie podcast.
They did
also, and that's like a couple things, like a couple insinuations you can make from the Destiny podcast. And I'm not going to say that they came straight out and said this, but when they were talking about mods, they did kind of reference that mods are lackluster, and they're working on that. And they kind of insinuated like, we're looking to expand the mods further than just allowing you to buy them from Banshee every day. A rotating thing. It gave me the impression like we are going to try and make mods more relevant.
Crafting. Anyway,
dude, the first thing I thought was exotic mods.
So
that's going to be crazy.
Mark Square. I don't know if you guys listen to Grenades and Horseshoes or not.
Fantastic
if you do,
show.
You should. I love that show.
He was on our show. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. But Mark said that in this week's episode that if Bungie had just kind of come out and said, "Hey, look, so the first 3 months are going to be rough for you hardcore players. Like, we're bringing in a lot of new people. We're creating a new base for this game that we all love." If Bungie had said that and then been like, "But you'll be rewarded down the line for sticking with us," that would have been a whole other conversation and probably would have been a little.
Do you think so? Because I feel like the people who are still the most pissed off about it are the hardcore players, and they probably would have came right off the rip and been like, "Well, fuck you, I'm not ordering this game then."
Well, after listening to the Bungie podcast, they did say basically like we left out the hobbyists. We left out the hardcore players. They were like, and we're sorry about that. They're like, we promise we'll make it worth your while. We want you to have stuff to do to make you want to log in every day.
It makes sense in that because like you don't start things off, at 10. It has to be a stepping up process, especially if you're bringing in completely new markets like PC, So I mean, and I think Dan, you're definitely right about that. I think that's one thing that was left out is if they had approached it a little differently and been like, "Hey guys, like we're rolling out things slower," I think it may have been better received. If they just came out and said, like, "Hey, hardcore guys, you guys are probably gonna be able to take a couple months off," or something like that. I think people would have gotten pissed and canceled. Like, Bungie's fucking forgetting about us, whatever. But I think if they made it apparent that they were rolling it out a little slower, I gotta agree with you there. I think that would, which is funny because like the whole reason everybody's fucking shorts are in a twist is because there was no communication. They gave us all this stuff and they're like, "Yeah, it's coming," and then it was just radio silence for what, 2 months or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like everybody's
2 months.
They kind of left it
on the podcast. They that.
Definitely listen to it. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, it's only like 45 minutes and it's very insightful, especially the parts where like I think they should talk more about the development process and like because they explain why they shut down trials for 2 weeks instead of taking out the bureaucratic walk, and they explain the loot cave.
Absolutely.
They explained why the Crota heavy ammo glitch was such an hassle.
Yeah.
And like really it's like, do we delay PC release or fix this thing? Because PC release is like, hey, it's a finished game ready. We can't go in and just rip wires out right before we release PC because then we have so much. Then they say it's the testing phase. Like we don't know.
I know we have to move on, but Noseworthy is freaking stone cold as crap. That guy is like just. You can't see me doing this if you're listening, but he's just like straightforward, like just going. He's just moving. Like that dude is awesome.
He doesn't talk with any shit. He just cuts the shit.
Yep.
Speaking of cutting the shit, let's talk about the non-Destiny stuff.
Speaking of cutting it, we're gonna add a bunch. Stand by.
Okay. Yeah. This is the only shit part. This is nothing but shit. Today we're going to talk about our top 3 favorite Tony Hawk Pro Skater songs. That whole was me just trying to think of a transition or a segue. I can do it.
It's fine, dude.
Tony Hawk's Pro
you guys
Skater
made me
is a
pull
video
like
game,
just
like Destiny, and they both have music. Here's our favorite songs.
Look, don't try and dethrone the king here, bud.
That Tony Hawk Pro Skater raid, that year 1 Pro Skater raid was so good. Honestly, let's just be honest. If there was a Tony Hawk Pro Skater that had a raid in it,
Look,
I would be all about that.
It's too hard to do a blunt slide down Oryx's horns. Okay, like I get the doing a McTwist into his chest, but blunt slide down the horns is like that's just broken. It's a broken mechanic. Fix it, Bungo. It's Activision, right?
I believe it is Activision.
It is actually, yeah, it is. Vicarious Visions actually worked on that too.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Is there a Tony Hawk Pro Skater that is like an open world?
An open world MMO?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to get in on this.
American Wasteland.
I think there is one.
Was it good or did it suck?
You could ride a bike, and I like that part.
It was like...
But actually, okay, let me tell you something about American Wasteland. American Wasteland did a really cool thing with their soundtracks where they had a bunch of bands covering old punk songs. So that's
really
that is Tony Hawk Pro Skater music, and we're talking about Tony Hawk Pro Skater music. Worst segue ever. Who wants to go first?
Segue ever.
I can go because I probably don't have less to say about this than everybody else. I am like the resident not music guy here, so I really don't mind. Honestly, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out at a time when I was just getting into music, and specifically punk music. Like I never really cared for music other than video game music and movie soundtrack music. I know you're laughing at me, Ben, but shut up.
I want to talk about when I met Scary. This mother effer.
I was wearing my Lucky Pants.
He had his Lucky Pants on.
No, literally. I'll send you guys a picture.
His leopard patches on it. He had a leather jacket. He had studs on it.
Leather jacket. Wasn't it a jean jacket?
Those homemade pants were incredible.
He had Liberty spikes that were gigantic.
So good.
I'm not kidding. This dude was the most punk AF dude in the world. His brother, 200 Club.
200 Club.
7 foot gigantic.
Pocket.
He was so. I used to think that your brother was so tall until I saw him like not even a year ago, a couple months ago, and I was like, "You're way shorter than I remember."
Younger than
Mohawk was like a whole foot to height.
Yeah, he had a giant mohawk and had a
Guys, we framed that mohawk too. Gosh, it was good.
Oh wow!
I'm just
we cut it off and framed it. It was incredible.
When he talks about liking music, this dude loved punk music. He's the most punk dude I ever met.
I still do. It does get a little difficult when you're an adult though, until I look back at that and you're like, those are some dumbass ideas.
Fuck society, fuck anarchy. Wait, I need to pay my bills.
It's not that easy. I do want to pay. I do want a gas company that I can pay a bill to keep.
I mean, if you like the casualties, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's how I heard about the casualties.
I was into the casualties and Anti-Flag and
GBH
and like well, at the time it was like growing up in suburban Ohio. It's like whatever I can do to piss off old people is what I'm all about. And Tony Hawk Pro Skater definitely had a part in that. Like when. Like I had just discovered Operation Ivy, which let's just be honest.
Oh, Operation Ivy!
Oh my gosh, still tugs at the heartstrings.
Take warning sound system.
I just sang my son to sleep just take me back sound system this week. I was like, yes,
yeah, sounds like it just does. It's like good for the soul. Let's just be honest, like that. Those dudes, so good. But. So I just gotten into that. I bought Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I was a terrible skater. Like I could ollie and that was about it. But I loved just like flying down the boulevard in Akron, like just keeping it going, like just skating, like just wind in my face, like just skating. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was hitting cracks in the road and like I literally had a disc player. I had a disc player, guys. This is how long ago it was. I had songs on a disc that I downloaded. I convinced my brother to buy a CD-ROM burner, a CD burner, and we sold bootleg copies of crap at school, and it was dope as hell for like $1. It was awesome. But I had a yellow Walkman with a yuck face sticker on it, and I would skate around town. Yeah, dude.
Yellow. Oh.
And but when Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, that's when I discovered Dead Kennedys, and like that. It just like
this first one's Dead Kennedys.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone like straight into it. I mean, honestly, like they're all like so good. But for me, like the three that I was super into when Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, I'll go in order from least favorite to most favorite.
Okay.
I already spoiled most favorite. But Suicidal Tendencies, like Psychovision,
Yes!
like come on, like you couldn't not be into that show. Like that was
fucking
Wait, what
exposure
band
to
is-
Suicidal
what song?
Tendencies.
Suicidal Tendencies, Psychovision. That song was dope, and
Yes.
I was just really into it. And
I
mostly
love
we would
that.
just like dance around in our room, acting like idiots, playing this game. Me and my little brother, and then the Vandals, because the Vandals had a lot of really ridiculous crap.
The
Like,
Vandals are
let's just be
great.
honest. Like, you heard that song, and Eurobarge, and you
Yes.
downloaded the rest of the stuff, or you found it over at FYE or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know what it was called wherever you grew up, but for me, it was the CD store at the mall called FYE. And yeah, so like you went and bought a Vandals album or two, or no,
Yep.
honestly, let's just be honest. For me, I was getting Give 'Em the Boot records, like
Give 'Em the
yeah,
Boot.
dude, like
My
those were
fucking
just
band
like
right there.
yes,
Yes.
like it was awesome.
Yeah,
Like, we would
Hellcat
just
Records,
go
my man.
and get
Dude.
so many Hellcat and Epitaph, like Give 'Em the Boot, like it
We
was
were-
so good.
We were just talking about this last week. There was a video on I think it was Now News, right? Fucking Punkorama and the
Oh my gosh,
Punkorama CDs from the
Punkorama.
90s. Dude,
Oh my
do you know those fucking things sold like 2 million copies worldwide?
so good. So good. Like it was just
nuts.
life changing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Punkorama
at the
4
very
and 5
top-
and Give 'Em the Boot. Yes.
At the very top, if Goldfinger Superman is your deal, whatever. We don't have to be friends. But Dead Kennedys, Police Truck. As soon as I heard Jello Biafra's voice, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This guy is singing in a band and making albums. He's my hero.
Wait, what was
This guy's my
what was your number two? Is the Vandals?
Yeah, number two
Yeah.
is the Vandals, because those
What
guys were just
song?
ridiculous. And like, are they punk? No, dude. Like, they're totally pop
What song by
punk,
the
but, like,
Vandals?
Eurobarge.
Eurobarge.
Okay,
Yeah, dude.
I have to write all these down.
In America, respect your fellow man.
Oh my gosh, you know all the words.
Don't understand. Dude, I told you I've been listening to fucking Vandals for years.
Okay. That's awesome, dude.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
Police Truck is such a
Oh,
fun song
Police
to
Truck.
play. Like I usually play
Honestly,
that at
just that
band
whole album.
practices.
That whole album. I mean, like, and at that point, it was
Dude.
like I
so
got
good.
got super into the punk scene. Like, yeah, like of course. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, favorite punk band of all time has got to be Rancid, and whatever you got to say about
Yes.
Rancid, like
My
I don't
man,
give a
right
crap
there.
at all. But, like,
Scary.
Hey man, it's
Hashtag
like you listen
Team
to a guy
Rancid.
that sounds like he doesn't even have a tongue.
yeah, like just Tim Armstrong just like going blah into the mic, like in 90% of the songs. So good.
Just so everybody knows, in high school,
Fucking awesome.
Scary and I went to high school together, and I used to go before school started to the library to play Unreal Tournament on the school computers. And Scary and his brother also used to hang out in the library, and I could never really tell what they were up to, but there was a lot of like walking around a table and like it looked like you were being loud, but you weren't really. But like, I don't know.
This is such a weird being loud in
They're
the
like-
library.
Well, there were like 4 or 5 of them just hanging out, just like the most punk kids in the world at like rich kid high school, white America. It was like they looked so out of place, but
We
was
were just
amazing.
both expelled from our city high school, and we had to go live in the country with our dad. And like,
Okay, we did not live in the country, bro. Green is not the country.
No,
Doug,
yeah,
that is the country as hell.
All right.
When
compared
you're-
to Kenmore, it's country.
Okay, guys.
We're
We gotta
giving
move
out too
on.
much
We gotta
personal
move on.
information here.
This is
But
great.
yeah, let's just put it this way. I got suspended on my first day of school at this place because I had a Miller Lite beer buckle. And I was so upset because it's
Dude,
like, they were just
that's
like, we don't know how you
hilarious.
guys do things in Akron, but that's not how we do it here. And it's like, Doug, you're still in Akron city limits. Get the
Yeah.
hell out of here.
Gosh, that's so funny.
Man.
Who wants to go next? Let's
I'll
keep
go,
this train.
I'll go next
Okay.
because I got one that I know maybe somebody else will take, and these are in no particular order. I couldn't remember which songs were on which Tony Hawk's games
That's
or
fine.
which ones I played, but I don't care. I don't know. I found a list and I looked through it. But ones that I pulled from, and this one I listened to this band a ton right out at the end of high school and right after high school. Rage Against the Machine, I'm taking it. Guerrilla
Oh
Radio.
hell yeah!
Guerrilla Radio. Oh my god! You used to couldn't you like switch songs in the
Yeah,
in the
that
game?
was Tony Hawk.
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can turn them on and off, right? You could take them away from the playlist and then
Yeah.
add some
Yes.
back in.
So I had like a very small playlist, and that one was definitely on there. Another one for me, and this one I listened to quite a bit in college. Hot Water Music.
Oh, Hot Water Music is
Ooh.
dope, dude.
Freightliner.
What was the name of the song?
Freightliner.
Okay.
And I didn't know. All right, so I loved it on Tony Hawk, and I left it on my list on Tony Hawk, but I didn't realize who it was until I started listening to them later in college when I stole a roommate's complete music library and it was on there. I was like, oh, it's from Tony Hawk, and then I just listened to the rest of their Hot Water music.
Hot Water
Super
Music
great.
is super awesome, dude.
Yeah.
They're definitely one of those bands I didn't get into till later, like Spotify,
Yeah,
pretty much.
dude.
Like
They're
my
a band
weekly
that you sleep
discover.
on.
I've forgotten
it's
about this song
so
completely.
So many good bands on Weekly Discover that come up, and I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Mhm.
I really like this song, and there's 3 chords from Hot Water Music, I think is the one that came up, and I was just like, man, these guys are really good. I don't know why I never listened to them before.
They're
We're gonna have to
great.
do like bands that you slept on next week.
All right.
Like number one, Glassjaw. The best band in the world, and I hated them when I heard them. Anyway, what's your number 3, Steve?
All right, in a similar vein, where I like loved it on Tony Hawk and then didn't know who it was until I listened later. Aesop Rock,
Oh, I was gonna do that one.
Labor. This is the song.
Dude.
Yeah, Aesop. I only like rap that has like a message, you know. And Aesop uses big words. He
uses
big words.
Yeah.
He uses
Like,
I like listening to Aesop Rock and
Wait
having
a
my
minute.
well,
dictionary.
yeah, it uses big words and has a message. You know, like
what?
a lot of mainstream rap is just like 3-4 syllable words. It takes a lot more talent to use
Yeah.
bigger words.
Yeah.
Have you heard?
And you have to, and in order to use bigger words, you have to actually be saying something because bigger words have more precise meaning.
Well, you guys know that Aesop Rock, they were door-to-door dictionary salesmen before they became rappers, right?
Oh my god.
Dude,
have you heard his new album yet? Have you heard the new album?
No, I haven't. I have not.
Dude, it's so
I'll have to
fucking
check it
good.
out.
Like you should definitely check it out. I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head.
I'm not
but
surprised.
It came out in like 2016, and it's solid all the way.
it's
through.
like, I feel like, Steve, the comparison you just tried to make was kind of like when you listen to the Casualties versus you listen to Bad Religion.
You know,
I don't
still
get
love
that reference.
you know, I would like Drake if he used the term anti-disestablishmentarianism in
Ugh,
his.
get out of here. Eminem.
What if he uses it wrong, though, Dan? What if he uses it wrong?
All
Like,
right.
just
Oh
throws
no,
it in
he
there
just
and-
uses big words, so I feel like it has a message.
I elaborated. In order to have a
Dan,
message,
I'm
you have
so
to use
sorry.
bigger words
Steve.
because the bigger words are more precise.
Hey, Zan, your music tastes don't count.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay,
No,
Dan,
being
I'm calling
terrible.
you out. Give
All
me
right,
your-
that's
We're
fine.
being
tops.
terrible.
that's fine.
No.
I'm sorry, Zan. I love you.
Did Zan even finish?
I love you too. I did finish
Okay.
multiple times.
Oh, God.
As long as you finished multiple times, we're okay with
Dan,
that.
what's your favorite 3
Okay.
songs from Tony Hawk?
I'm rolling through the classics. For me, AC/DC TNT was
Oh,
a song of
That is a
my
good one.
formative high school years. The
Right.
fucking riffs on that thing are amazing.
I know, man.
sure.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
Like Ace of Spades and
Oh,
Oh my
NWA.
gosh.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, is
Yes.
Ace of
That
Spades your
fucking
number 2?
baseline. That
Fucking
baseline is
Motorhead.
insane.
That's all I gotta say.
Everybody
Dude.
had Ace of Spades on their list, and we were just wondering who
Yes.
was going to actually say
Dude,
it.
I was
Yes.
like, I'm gonna take this before anybody else does because just
Yep.
like Lemmy being just so fucking Lemmy in that song.
Dude, I love
Dude,
that song.
When I was in high school,
Motorhead is not just a band; they're a force of nature.
exactly.
They're a force of fucking nature.
Do you guys remember like when Dave Grohl put together like a I think it was like a prog rock
Oh,
band?
Probot.
Probot? Hell yeah! Like, do you remember that?
Yes.
Have you go back and listen to the song that has Lemmy singing? It's so weird.
Oh.
The music video is amazing.
Dude, have you speaking of Lemmy? Have you ever heard his like side project with Slim Jim from the Stray Cats?
No.
He plays upright bass. It's Head Cat or Top Cat, I think.
Okay.
Is the name of it. It's pretty crazy.
Right.
They play a bunch of like old school like blues songs and stuff, and then they have a couple originals, I think, and I'm pretty sure they do a version of Run Run Rudolph, which is fucking awesome.
Hey, DMX just put out a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song.
Oh yeah,
let's be honest. That's incredible.
Also fantastic.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
What? Boom, boom.
Come on.
All right, what's
Come
this
on.
last one, Dan?
The last one is "Express Yourself" by NWA. I think
nice,
that's
dude.
like really.
Oh my god, yes.
It's one of the songs that like is the standard for every other like hip hop artist I listen to. Like just from the beat standpoint to the flow. That is one of my standout hip hop tracks of all time. And it's really one of the ones that got me into the genre.
It's funny because for an NWA song, that's like one of the most like non-aggressive songs that they have.
It's their most commercial song, but it is
Express
so
yourself.
good.
it's their whitest white guy song.
Yeah, it is.
And it's
like,
okay.
It is.
That's straight out of Compton.
Fine.
Yes.
It is so good as that access point though, because from there you can go anywhere. You can go to De La Soul. You can go like it's
awesome.
so great. Yeah.
Scott, you wanna take it?
All right. So being at the age I was when these came out, and the fact that like my brother and I were skate rats, this was like right in our wheelhouse. My brother was a little younger than me, so like he went one way, but I was like more the old school route, kind of like Scary. And I definitely, not gonna lie, had Motorhead as my top, but I'll move that because we've already discussed how amazing that song is.
Go ahead and talk about it.
Dude, it was in SpongeBob SquarePants. Like that song is dope.
It's awesome.
I think it's definitely worth at least mentioning that Ace of Spades. Like I've heard Motorhead before this, and I was like, but Ace of Spades was the song that did it to me. I'm like, what the fuck is this song? I need to go rage and break things and skate. Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
I don't even know what they're talking about to this day, but it still gets me hyped.
It's basically gambling.
You win some, lose some. It's all the same to me. Dun, 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 dun.
No, Ben, do it right. You win some, lose some. It's all the same to me.
Dude, just that song. Blast that in your car with your bros. Just be rocking out.
I'll be honest, man. I have a fucking Motorhead playlist that is every Motorhead song on Spotify that I could find that I would just play when I didn't want to listen to anything else, and it was just straight Motorhead. And then I started cherry picking them for like the gym, and it's like that's all the songs like Ace of Spades, where just not even just for the gym. Like I'll drive around in my car with my Jeep with the fucking windows out and the doors off in the summer, just blaring Motorhead, getting dirty looks from people. It's the greatest thing ever. And I'm just like, I don't fucking care. It's Motorhead.
Just making old people angry.
Yeah.
Just getting back to it.
It reminds me that loosely reminds me of when our former bass player put I had an old car, and he put a David Bowie best of in my cassette deck, and it got stuck. And so all I could listen to was the radio or David Bowie best of, and that's when I learned to appreciate David Bowie. Like, it was so great.
Okay, so give me your top three, Scott.
So top three. So I had a lot on my list, like I said. I had to cherry pick them real quick. We talked about we've mentioned Goldfinger, Suicide Machines,
just
Bad Religion.
I crapped on Goldfinger, but
give me number three.
Vandals, Dead Kennedys. I'm going through all the. Okay, here we go. So I got Bad Religion. Well, I'll call that number three. Bad Religion, You. Awesome song. Bad Religion was the band that got me into punk basically full time. Like I was listening to like the general skater stuff before, whatever was on the radio, like Metallica or something. And then I got Punk-O-Rama 4 and Bad Religion's Generators, and I'm like, this is awesome. So pretty much anything Bad Religion did it for me. Bad Religion You was on, I think it was Tony Hawk 2. And so like that was one of the songs that I would have to just fucking blare. Yeah. So that was awesome to see Bad Religion on there. fuck, man. I've got 2 at a tie for 2.
No, you gotta
Death
pick
Alley
one.
by-
You gotta pick one.
Top 3 is actually 5.
Yeah. Dude, there's too many ties on this fucking list. I can't make the decision. And it's because some of these songs like introduced me to these bands and they was just awesome songs to go fucking nuts and rage and skate to. And then there's other ones where like I never heard this band before. This song's amazing. We'll go US Bombs, Your Country, because fucking Dwayne Peters is insane and US Bombs are great. That guitar riff at the start, or the guitar riff at the start with fucking Kerry Peters, I think his name is the lead guitarist for the Bombs, plays like a hollow body fucking. I think it's an Epiphone. It might be a Gretsch, but Jesus Christ, man, that thing just sounds amazing. Even on that like shitty sound quality video game soundtrack from back in the early 2000s/late 90s. And the number 1, man, I gotta go with it. Like, Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones. You can't go wrong with the fucking Ramones.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
It was like one of those things where like I had always loved the Ramones, and I fucking heard this. I'm like, yes, they're speaking my language. This is great. And like I said, I had a bunch of other ones that we could fucking talk about all day because there's so many good songs.
There's so many, dude. This is
So
pretty tough.
many.
Oh my gosh! If you look at the during show,
Guys, I'm just gonna be honest.
We're posting that in the main Discord after this.
I kind of miss being punk as fuck. I'll be honest.
Ooh, that bullet belt.
Dude, the bullet belt.
You made me want a bullet belt when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I still got it, man.
Did you get that in New York City when we went?
That was the first gift my now wife gave me.
That's right.
How cute
That's
is that?
awesome.
How cute is that?
That's
It's
fucking punk as
adorable.
fuck, man.
And yes, it was from New York City, and it was incredible.
That was a great trip. That's when me and Scary really connected.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
It was rough, but by the end of it, we were bros.
We got through it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
It was special.
Yeah. It was a good time.
I got 3 songs for you. And these first 2 songs are songs that I got into like way after the fact. I was just thinking about Tony Hawk and I was like, you know what? I want to listen to this song. So the first one is Lagwagon, and the song is called May 16th.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's a fucking golden one.
Dude,
that was on my list too. Shit.
I listened to that this morning and I was just like, this is the fucking
Guys. This
So
is a
good.
new channel in Discord. Let's just be honest. Old guys reminiscing. Their old
Tony Hawk Pro Skater reminiscence.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Don Wolf's been asking for a music channel for like a week or
Yeah, you know, fuck that guy. I'm just kidding.
This song, guys.
No, but Lagwagon is super dope. I was having a fun time listening to that today. I remember listening to that on my way to New York, which was, I don't know, it was just a fun time. My number two is Body Jar, You're Not the Same.
Oh, dude, that's another one that came up on my Spotify Discover Weekly, and I'm like, this song is good. Who is this band?
Yeah, and
I
you're
saw
like, oh,
Body
that's
Jar. I'm
Tony
like,
Hawk.
Are you fucking kidding me? I
Dude.
haven't heard the song in ages.
If you guys don't know what that song sounds like, well, you're lying because I just played it.
Guys, just pull up Spotify like as you're
No,
listening.
I'm going to
Yes.
edit in little clips of these songs.
Seriously.
because
Oh, there you
this
go,
is
dude.
the thing
There's
where I
got to be a
feel like-
list. There's got to be a list of all these songs.
Yeah, but I'm just going to insert little clips in the podcast so that way, you know, you get your little itch there. Hopefully we don't, you know, copyright any shit. Anyway, the last one that I'm going to do is off Tony Hawk 2. And it's a song called Imaginary Places, I think, and it's by Bus Driver.
Oh, Bus Driver's awesome.
I remember this. I remember the name and the song, but I don't remember how that song goes.
Oh, dude, I'm just here to hold your hand when you die. It's so fucking tight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bus Driver has like one of the weirdest and sickest flows of
Yeah.
any rapper alive. Like,
But those, yeah, I love it. Those are my
Holy
songs.
crap. I
Bus
totally
Driver is-
forgot that I played Tony Hawk 2 until listening to that song. And I did play that game. I played it with my boy Grimes.
Oh,
My boy Griggity Grizz.
So those are our top songs. I hope you guys like it. If you had any top songs, leave them in the comments on our YouTube video or send us a review on iTunes. Anyway,
Or get in the damn Discord and talk to us about it real
guys,
time.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
get
pee
in the
my pants,
Discord.
but Steve is gonna ask community questions.
Oh,
There we go. All right. So we asked for some questions.
questies.
All right. So the first one, and if you listen to the RNG cast, this might be a repeat, but whatever. We're going to answer it too from Lazarich, or as he's known in our Discord, Bioluminescent Idiot. um,
Guys, I feel like Dan Finity is gonna take a pee real time right now.
I'm bringing you with me.
Oh my gosh, he's taking us with him.
all right. So Lazarich asks, in the Bungie podcast, they categorize the players into 3 categories: tourists, like regulars, and hobbyists. Which bucket do you fall into? And do you think, as I do, that most of the changes being made cater towards the hobbyists? So,
Yes and
Tourists,
yes.
regulars, and hobbyists. I would say I'm more of a regular than a tourist or a hobbyist. Like a hobbyist, I feel like I don't put in enough hours to be a hobbyist. Even though I feel like I approach the game from like I think I approach like the game tactically and stuff like that as from a hobbyist point of view. Like I try to keep up on Reddit and crap like that, but at the same time, like I'm really not putting that many hours in, you know? So like as much as I'm trying to like optimize my playtime and things like that, like a more hardcore player would, I think I'm more on like just a regular schedule, you know, like I'm going to give it a couple hours on Tuesday and Friday, and that's pretty much it. Like I may get a couple of you know, rounds of PvP or a Nightfall in with my oldest kid, but that's pretty much it. So definitely a regular. And I don't know, so far I don't see a ton for the hobbyist just yet, even though I feel like a lot of the changes made to D2 were kind of in response to hobbyists. Like maybe we probably don't have too much time to get into that, but I do feel like a lot of the changes, especially PvP, like I'm more, I'm not saying I'm good, but I'm more of a PvP player than a PvE player. Like at least that's what got me about Destiny 1. Destiny 1 drew me in with the PvP. But I do feel like the Crucible was changed more for hobbyist players than it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, and I know people get upset by that. People are like, I don't know, it's catering to casuals or whatever. But I feel like the time to kill and things like that, like I feel like all of those things were in response to and like the primary meta, stuff like that. Like I feel like those things were in response to hobbyist crowd in PvP, but they did the pendulum swing too far in that direction, you know? So I don't know. I won't get into that too much, but I do hope they bring it back a little bit to D1 speeds and crap.
Yeah.
you're saying you're between a hobbyist and a regular.
That's where I am.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm more regular than hobbyist. I
mean, honestly, I think
that's hard to say. I mean, we got a damn show about it, you know? So like that's gotta count for something.
That puts you in the more hobbyist camp.
Yeah, but I do feel like playtime wise, I'm in the more regular camp. So it's like this weird in between. I'm special. That's what I am. You can't categorize.
You're in
me.
a new bucket.
You can't put a label on me.
Hey,
I'm just special.
I'm special like boy. Scary.
I'm special boy, just like Todd.
I agree with everything that Scary said on that last question. My answer is ditto.
Yeah.
I would say that I'm much more of the hobbyist, but I think that's because of how I've decided to kind of position my Twitch channel. Like I enjoy playing the game still, even though there's not a lot for me to do.
Right.
I've pretty much done everything on PS4 that I can on all my characters, but helping the community that's still left pushes me into that hobbyist level. Like,
and you could also start on PC.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I could.
The real
I could.
Is building PC.
I mean, I could. You know, I could. But
I think he's saying that he's going to.
All I'm saying.
I think that's what I'm.
That's
what I'm hearing.
I mean, I could. But I don't. As a whole, I think like I agree with you that some of the changes that they made were intended for some of the hobbyists, but I think that they were delayed changes.
Yeah, dude.
And maybe the hobbyists had changed in the time that it took them to react. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I can get down with that. I think a lot of it too is like the like hobbyists. I'll hear from. I have a hobbyist who's very loud in my ear.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name any names, but I have one that's extremely
Zanny?
loud. He is.
God damn it, Zanny!
No,
It's not me.
He is the voice of Reddit to me all the time, and I love him dearly. But he is the voice of Reddit, and like in my personal life, and he.
It's his son.
I was gonna say it's
he's my oldest child. No, but like I feel like a lot of what is in D2 is a response to that, but it's like responding to all of it in the most extreme way. You know what I mean? Like, which is where we get that pendulum swing. Like they just went too far in one direction. So like lowering the time to kill or delaying the radar or whatever, all those things. Yeah, 4v4. All those things would be fine on their own, but then all combined, it's like, we get this weird slow thing, you know, which but you know, that's all just opinion. We can disagree, Dan. I still love you.
Exactly. Right. I still love you too. But like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's still more for me to do, but that it's all community driven and not so much game driven.
Yeah.
I would like it if it was game driven.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it were game driven.
Yeah. I think I put myself more towards hobbyist than the casual, but like I've been playing other games and like honestly,
we're calling ourselves regulars, okay?
It's called regular, thank you.
Yeah. Regular. Okay. So in between regular and
I thought it was collectors.
Collectors,
Collectors,
that's it.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Collectors is the
look. Who gives a shit?
I find myself in the middle because like I still like playing D2. I still enjoy it, but for me, it's like Dan was saying about the community. It's about the other people, and what and this kind of goes in a slight separate direction. But like I think the best part about the Destiny community that I've been finding lately is that it is now growing to surpass Destiny. Like we all met each other because of Destiny. But now at this point, like the Destiny community is playing Fortnite with each other. They're playing Warframe with each other. They're playing all these other games, but it's the same community.
Or at least our clan is.
I'm seeing
that's a plug.
I'm seeing it everywhere, you know? You've got Lupo's playing Fortnite, Crafty's playing Fortnite, like all these people, and they're bringing the Destiny people with them into these other games. So it's like within all these separate games, you've got the Destiny community, which aside from the vocal minority is very positive and very supportive. And I think that's fantastic. And I kind of think it's a really good thing that we didn't have a hobbyist level of content when Destiny came out, or we would have never realized that.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to live longer than Destiny, and that is like the coolest thing in the world.
Scott, did you answer this question?
I did not.
All right.
So I'm gonna put myself squarely on either end. I'd say casual and I'd say hobbyist. Here's why. Because the collectors, when they started describing collectors, I was like, that's not me. I don't care. You know, I know there are people out there who want to get every single Grimoire card, every single dead ghost from D1, all that stuff. I don't care. If it's not making my progression faster, if it's not making my Titan tougher to kill or more deadly, it's one of those things I don't really care unless it's fun. If you give me something fun, I'll chase it all day. That's where like the Grimoire cards, for example, like the certain number of kills with weapons, a certain number of kills with enemies. People wanted those things. I could give a fuck less. I'm going to Ishtar Collective and I'm reading the fucking things. Because I don't want to spend 16 hours with a goddamn sidearm in the fucking Crucible. That just sounds like I drive a railroad spike through my skull. It sounds awful. So, you know, I definitely approach it from a hobbyist standpoint, much like Dan and Scary were saying. You know, I mean, I try to optimize my playtime. Anytime I'm on, I'm, you know, posting to friends, my clanmates, whoever I can get, saying, look, like, I'm jumping on. If you need with my Titan, if you need help, let me know. I'm going to jump in and I'll try and help you. You know, and on the casual side of things too, like I just took 3 or 4 days. It's been 3 or 4 days since I logged in because I've done everything for the week. Getting a raid team together right now when everybody's sort of playing other games and stuff, and my schedule's kind of fucked up. It's not easy. So
that's because you're only active in the host sections of our Discord, Scott.
Ooh, burn!
I get to look at Discord maybe twice a week.
Hadouken!
So,
Hey, Dan's not even in there, so.
so I guess everything considered casual in that aspect. But at the same time, I'm trying to get anybody who's on my friends list or that I play with on the regular, I'm trying to put messages out and be like, yo, if you guys want to raid or you want help or you need a nightfall or you want to get the team together for some quest, let's do that. I've been playing a lot of. I just unlocked Void Walker on my Warlock with Blink and Devour, and that's fucking stupid fun.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's insane. I still love my Titan main, but I was just blinking around, shooting stuff, and fucking using the Devour like nobody. So but at the same time, I'm not driven to max out these other two characters. My Hunter hasn't even left the bench yet. He's still sitting there okay.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah,
that is a shame.
I don't know.
That's a shame.
I don't know about that.
That's a shame.
I mean,
I'm sad for you personally.
Me and Dan are sad for you.
You can be sad, but we're still the Titan Master class. So I mean,
yeah, all of us on this show main Titans. I don't know why.
Absolutely, 100% of the time. Everybody on the show currently right now, including our special guest Danfinity, main Titans every time.
Dan has never even played a Hunter.
I'm gonna break everything in this room, and that's gonna hurt me more than it is you guys. But I'm committed.
Makes a point.
I'm committed to this point.
Just showing how much he loves Titans.
Typical Hunter.
You know what? That's what Titans do. They punch everything. He's just gonna run around and punch.
Funny story. I don't know if you guys have played through one of the side missions where Asher Mir narrates it as a Titan, but it's the sabotage mission with the Cabal. So if you choose to blow everything up, he's I assume he says something. Of course, Titans like to blow shit up and punch things. But if you choose to sabotage the Cabal, he's like, I'm shocked. A Titan decided not to blow something up for once. And I had to laugh at that. I was like, all right.
That's real.
All right. I'll give you that one.
All right, y'all. Risen Phoenix wants to know who would win in a pissing contest. The answer is me. Fluffy Fingers wants to know. He wants to know what mod, and we're going to, by the way.
Rapid fire.
We're at an hour and a half.
Because we enjoy each other's company.
An hour and a half, so let's get this. I went to go pee, and my wife was like, "This is a long episode," and I was like, "Yes, it is."
They all are.
You should also check out your Discord server when you get a chance.
Oh yeah, Dan just joined during the
show.
You butts.
Hey, Dan, hopefully soon I can see you in the channel that we call Unlimited Frames.
Heyo.
I gotta add an hour 35 to that. Anyway,
mic drop.
Unlimited Frames.
Unlimited Frames.
Unlimited Frames.
Soft for green.
Unlimited Frames.
Okay, guys.
my entire family is laughing right now.
All right, what mod?
What the hell is happening in that room?
Would you like to see reimagined in E2? Scott.
Hold on, what was it?
Okay, this is rapid fire. Let me keep
rapid
this in
fire.
mind. What mod or perk from D1 would you like to see reimagined in D2? And I'm gonna tell you right now, mine is Take a Knee, but I want it to be a thing. I want Take a Knee to be so good that you want Take a Knee.
Just be meta as hell.
Yeah, you're
Gorilla
like,
fighter.
Dude, Take a Knee is
fighter.
bonkers. I want Take a Knee to be so good because I want Titans to use it with their half wall and be like, no, seriously, it's incredible.
That's actually good. That's actually good.
That's a good point.
Year 3
Destiny.
Destiny. Year 3 Destiny.
Y'all laughed at that dumb No Land Beyond, and now Take a Knee's the next thing.
Yep. All right, mine. Here we go. And no explanation, but here's mine. Icarus.
Good. I like it.
Not needed.
Scary.
Is Gallarhorn a mod?
Yes.
My man. Again.
Is the last word a
Rocket
mod?
tracking. Rocket tracking. That's what you want.
Wolfpack rounds.
No, I want the last word. That's what I want. Is that a mod?
Fanfire.
That's fanfire. There we go. Fanfire.
All right, Scott.
I gotta go with scary. Gallarhorn.
The Gallarhorn mod.
I would like either I would like tracking with
Turns this rocket into
to
Gallarhorn.
roll.
Rocket
Yeah.
tracking.
I would
There we
like
go.
tracking to roll with cluster bombs because that would be awesome.
And Wolfpack rounds.
Yeah, it'd be stupid.
All right,
I want that.
Titan Main. What do you want? I mean, sorry, Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, who are you addressing? Telesto, the Telesto perk. We're just.
Oh, dude, it looks like Telesto might be coming back with Curse of Osiris, though.
Well, then it's there. I got
that
it.
Red Death hand cannon.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna get it. I'll take it. Thank you.
All right.
Telesto. Shout out to
Next
Buster
question.
Knuckle. Yeah, Fluffy has another part to his question. Go ahead, Steve.
Which Taco Bell sauce is best, and why is it fire?
Okay,
And
wait,
I'm
hold
gonna-
on,
I'm
hold
gonna-
on. And Arisen Phoenix wants to know, why is Fluffy wrong? Because it's Verde. He says, also, why did Depp Bemelin lobby to get rid of it? I don't know. I don't remember that, but also Verde sucks. And the correct answer is fire sauce.
hard
Wait a
disagree.
second.
I'm
Fire
in Camp
is
Dylan
in-
right now with Verde.
Wait a
Verde's the
second.
best.
Fire.
Fire is the
What it-
store is on fire and can no longer serve food.
Yeah, I was gonna say whichever one keeps me from having screaming hot diarrhea.
Verde.
Damn
Dancing
it.
House
That's
Dylan's
what we
He's
Camp
gonna make a
call-
diarrhea
Verde.
joke, Dan.
That's
You
what we
beat me to it.
call a spicy drop. We're all trying to avoid a
hot
spicy
drop.
drop, a hot drop.
I call it. I
And-
call it a fireman because it's sliding down the pole, just ready to go.
Guys, there's
I
going to
think
be
it's more questions than it answers.
so many.
Ben,
drops
can you
in
make sure this
episode.
has an explicit tag on it?
Oh, every
The whole
episode
thing.
does.
No,
Yeah.
make sure this is for the kids. They need to learn. They need to learn.
Fuck you. It's for the kids.
All right, here's the last question of the night, guys. Cake or pie, and why is it obviously pie? And that's from Converse Fall
It's pie. He's right.
1.
It is.
I'm going
Okay.
to agree with Fluffy 2 lines down for ice cream cake. And that's a cake. That's a cake, and it's made of ice cream.
That's
You could
pretty
just
good,
make an,
man.
you could
There's
just
no
make an
ice
ice cream pie.
There's
You just
no
make an
ice cream pie. That's not a thing.
You know
Lemon
what?
meringue
Pie
pie
and
Lemon
ice
meringue
cream.
pie.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna
Pie
say.
requires ice cream to be good. Cake
you're
can
Oh
be made
no!
of ice
It's
cream.
just ascendant. When you add ice cream to pie, it's like
Okay,
playing 60
Eris
frames
Moore.
per second
Alright,
on
so I guess
freaking
my
ultra
answer
wide. That's what it's
between-
like.
I
Okay,
guess my
Eris Moore.
answer between cake and pie is ice cream. That's
Guys,
my answer.
can you
Guys-
add a piece of American cheese to
Well,
cake?
God.
Depends on how
cake?
southern you
No,
get.
you can't. But you can add it to
Yeah.
that apple pie. And let me
And
tell you, if you're not
it's
Why
cheesing
the
your
fuck would
fruits,
you put cheese on pie? What is wrong with
Scott,
so
you?
shut up
fucking
with your
good.
dessert fruit.
Look,
Fucking
Scott,
heathen.
I know you're New
Fucking
York as hell,
Oh.
but like you can put cheddar cheese on an apple pie,
Dude,
and it's
Oh, yeah,
it is
man.
so fucking
What?
good.
yeah.
Fruit
What is
cheese.
this
It
shit? Look,
Okay,
So
listen.
bad.
I got
me
close enough
explain
to that
this to you.
southern border, and like it. Yeah, it's good. I can promise you.
I can explain
What?
this to you, Scott. Do you like a McGriddle? Do you like
I don't
that?
eat at McDonald's. No.
Okay, well, this doesn't
Yeah,
work.
but if you did get a McGriddle, like
They're
they're actually
delicious.
kind of. Let's just be honest.
I like this. Yeah, but in like another universe where you do,
The thing is, what I'm saying
you're
is, everybody loves the McGriddle because the sweetness of the syrup and that zestiness of that cheese.
Yeah, dude.
The sweet and the
It's
cheese
actually good.
go so good together, and that's why an apple pie
Is
with
that
a
like
slice
a-
of cheese on it is so goddamn good.
Is that like
It's
a
actually
grand
really
sandwich
sweet
at
cheese.
Denny's with the French toast?
Yeah, kind of.
Honestly,
Dude,
yeah,
sweet
sure.
cheese.
Oh yeah.
That sounds good. too.
Okay.
Like
that
you
sounds
can just
awesome.
like
Sweet and
you put a
cheese is good.
sandwich on pancakes that have syrup infused inside of them. Like I can just get down with that. That's a thing that I can get extremely down with.
All right.
What's up, Steve?
Isn't that just called a McGriddle?
Yeah, that's what we're
Exactly.
talking about.
Yeah, that's
You
what
were
we're
taking
talking
it.
about.
Yeah, we're describing America's like only
The
like
last
invention that
bastion.
benefits society. Yeah,
The last bastion
like our
of
last
just
contribution to
unbridled
mankind.
joy, like just pure
Before we turn to salt.
give a
Exactly.
shitness. Just give a shitness about like your fitness, your health, the
Yeah.
health and well-being of
This dude's
those you
preaching.
love around you. You're just talking about pure unbridled joy by sticking all of that hot mess just right in that hole.
Mhm.
It's just so like
Look, you got
So
salt,
much high
you got
fructose
cheese,
corn
you
syrup
got
and you just don't
oh my god, you have no idea.
It's a meaty,
Hey.
cheesy, carby mess, and I am down for it.
You just did not know it could be so good.
You know what? You know what?
Feels so good.
You just didn't
You know
know
what?
something that good could come out of a microwave. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
listen,
Like,
Cake
You know what
or
kind
pie?
of hoops you get from that?
What?
You get a half fireman.
Jesus Christ. Look, cake or pie, I choose McGriddle.
nah, dog. I choose a blackberry pie, and yeah, you can add some ice cream to that. That's good.
Dude,
It's
lemon
just straight up
meringue.
good.
Vanilla, you fucking plebs. with your
Lemon
vanilla.
meringue.
Yeah, dude.
You got that.
Just
You got that.
lemon. Like, I'll take lemon pie. See, that's the thing. Like with pie, you can choose so many different kinds of pie, and with
Yes!
cake, it's all just cake.
Yeah.
It's just cake.
Fucking
That is
cake.
crazy.
Yeah, and let's just be honest. Hold on, I'm gonna settle this once and for all.
Okay.
Cheesecake is a pie.
Yes,
can F
Yeah.
up.
it is. It is
Okay,
totally
say
a
otherwise.
pie.
Okay, then that changes my
You're
answer
banned.
because I was going to say, what about cheesecake?
Yeah.
It's a pie.
Anybody says
Totally
otherwise,
a pie.
straight banned.
Look, it's a cheesecake pie. Okay,
it's
guys,
just
that's
a
our
pie.
that's our show for tonight.
It's got a pie
If I
crust.
let this keep going, we're going forever.
It's a
can-
pie.
Let's
All right,
No,
Converse,
hey.
the answer between cake or pie is
Ben?
cheesecake.
Ben.
It's
I
no, it's
defy.
pie.
I defy your authority. Let's go another hour.
If
Does
you want to
anybody-
find our
do
show,
we-
you guys can find us on Twitter at barelyads. You can send us an email to barelyadestinyshow@gmail.com. If you want to be on the show and you're in a band, just send us that Bandcamp link in an email and we'll put you on this show.
Tell us how much you like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1's
Yeah,
soundtrack.
dude, definitely. We're gonna have a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 channel on the Discord. That's not actually gonna be a thing.
So
You can find me
Yeah, it
on
is.
Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube if you just put it in the search bar. You can find me everywhere at Det Ben Malone, and also I do believe on BNet it's Det Ben Malone 1183. If I'm wrong,
Heyo.
then fuck you and
What does the
DM me and I'll
1183
fucking find it.
represent?
I'm the 1,183rd person to pick Det Ben Malone. I don't know. It represents
just a
nothing. It's dumb.
It's a user number
Dan.
or something.
Where
Yes.
can people find you? Where can people find your new podcast? Where can people find everything about you?
Well, people can find me on twitch.tv/DanFinity. You can find me personally on Twitter at DanFinitwitch.
See what he did there?
You can, yes, see what I did there? You can also see, that's going to be a joke that I carry over. There, you can also find the Echo Mesa Content Club, which is the name of my upcoming podcast, at Echo Mesa CC.
Cool.
And
That's
it's
on
gonna
Twitter.
Be fun. Yeah, it's on Twitter. Also, I'm a little drunk.
Yeah, no, same dude.
I think we all are.
I've been
This has been
Coors Lights.
4 Drunk Guys and a New Yorker podcast.
Oh, yeah, I
Wasn't
forgot
that a
Scott
show on
only drinks-
ABC?
Yeah, 2 guys, a girl, and a drunk
Probably.
dude. Scott, where can people find you?
Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Slapshot Scott, the O's are zeros.
Cool, scary internet guy.
I am on places on the internet at Scary Internet Guy. Follow me on Twitter. We'll have a conversation. 280 characters at a time.
Sometimes with vowels, sometimes without.
Yeah, but you'll find it. Like,
and-
you'll get there.
Yeah.
Scary Eye, and it's usually the first one.
Yeah.
Listen,
You got it.
and finally, let's get to our most famous member on this podcast, the only affiliated streamer on this podcast.
That's right.
This,
Oh,
you guys,
shoot.
we have a goddamn affiliate on this stream.
Mm.
Okay, I don't know if you know that we have got a celeb on
Yes.
here.
He's the fucking Valis of the Bad Clan, guys. The Valis of the Bad Clan.
He
That
is,
was hard.
he's the fucking emperor himself. Xanafan 711. Where can they find you?
This guy.
Everywhere at Xanafan 711, including Instagram if you want to see cat pictures.
Yes.
Narwhal. They're all cat pictures.
I have a question for you. Do you have some baller like PC setup with your stream? Like, are you using an Elgato now?
Oh shit, I'm using an Elgato now,
Oh
which
my
means
God.
Oh,
I can
shit.
stream my Xbox
So-
360, and I have been streaming Mass Effect 1.
Part
just-
of the best 3 games ever.
I
Yeah.
just want to say this. He keeps calling it an Elgato, but it's actually a cat carcass that he found
Yeah,
on
it's
the
just
side of
the
the
cat.
road.
You really don't want
Elgato.
to see the cable management on
You
that.
don't want to see the
Elgato.
cable
It's not
management.
good.
It is rough, is like the best way to describe it.
Like, it's just an
Elgato
HDMI
did
straight through
Wednesday.
the asshole, but Anyway,
Oh my gosh! Actually, you know what? The one
let's
place
just
you
end our show
can't
there.
find the one place you can't find Scary Internet Guy is on the
Pornhub?
Twitch overlay because Ben still has not updated it. Thanks, Ben.
All right,
Love you
guys.
too, bro.
Well, until
Love you
next
too,
week,
buddy.
Until next week, be the light you want to see in
Love you a
others.
whole
See you
lot,
guys
Ben.
Later. Oh wait, I forgot. The band of the week. Oh boy, this is bad because
This is real good. Let's just keep telling
Okay.
Ben how much we
References
love him
at the top of the
because
show.
no, it's
Hey,
stay close.
Ben.
It's stay
you know how
close.
much I love you for
You-
not
you-
having me on the overlay yet.
Look, band of the week, stay close. You can find them at
Hold on.
stayclosenj.bandcamp.com.
In
See
the
you guys
notes, it says
later.
Holy Bright.
Nope, that's
Oh,
wrong.
who even
That was
knows what's
last
happening
That
at
was
this
last
point?
Yo, Holy Bright's still tight, but you should check out Stay Close at stayclosenj.bandcamp.com. All right.
This is all being cut
See
out.
you later. All right, that's the end of the show. I'm stopping the stream.
Hey Ben, seriously, I hate you so much though.
I'm glad that that's really the end.